us at $7 and whoever the studio is that I'm partnering up with, Disney, Warner Brothers, Universal, Sony, I try to make movies that gives us the greatest opportunity to serve as many people around the world as possible. And that's really important to me. And speaking of serving people around the world, I've had a blast, making every movie again. You make new friends, you have new people to work with and bounce off of, and new actors to work with and bounce off of. I would have to say 2 movies stand out of being the most fun I have ever had in my career. One would be Jumanji, making Jumanji. Making Jumanji was it's such a pleasure to make a movie like that from our director, Jake Kasdan, who is also our lead writer, the vision that he had with the first Jumanji and this last Jumanji. Thank you guys so much around the world for making a massive success beyond our wildest dreams. The friendships that I have gained with Kevin Hart, Karen Gillan, Jack Black, Awkwafina, Nick Jonas, our resident rock star, and our entire crew has really been special, because I got to tell you guys, it's really rare that a movie like that, of that size and scope and magnitude, with that many people who are kind of famous, that have their own degree of ego. But in this case, everyone's just beautiful and such a pleasure to work with. And also, I think the mana of Jumanji was special right from the start, because we went into Jumanji wanting to honor Robin Williams and what he created and the spirit of which he created it, because we're all big fans, the movie exceeded all of our expectations, and it turned into this billion-dollar franchise that I'm just so grateful. But I also had the best time. I have the best time shooting Jumanji. The other movie that I had the best time shooting is Jungle Cruise. I've had the best time. John Michalet-Cera, our director. Of course, Emily Blunt, who is just spectacular in the movie and would become, she's just such a cool friend. And I love her and her family, and our families are close. And Violet and Hazel, her kids, and John, her husband. So we love them, and I love her, and had the best time. Jungle Cruise and Jumanji. So those would be my favorite movies that I've ever made. Fast and Furious. I have the best memories about Fast and Furious, because just creating that character Hobbs is one of my favorite characters to play, because it's such a direct extension of who I am, of just me and my DNA. Really, I always felt like Hobbs was just a version where you take Dwayne Johnson, you turn up the volume, the treble, the bass, add some hi-hats, add some some crushing cymbals, and you get Hobbs. I had the best time with Hobbs and that whole crew. But that's always, you got to pack your lunch with Fast and Furious, because that is and I mean that in the best way, because it's an intense movie. We had a lot of laughs on Fast and Furious every time I shot, and I shot 4 of them, Fast 5, 6, 7, and 8. A lot of laughs, a lot of intensity, and a lot of opportunity to tap in to some rage on those movies. So I always have very, very fond memories of those movies. All right.